Louisville, home of the best scrapper, also home of the best rap.
You an American, right? You an American, right? Where was Manny Pacquiao?
What up, what up? You're watching Red Room Sports, home of Ali Land, Boxing Talk, the Louisville Cardinals Daily, and the Ghetto Angler Fishing, only on the weekends. Alright, y'all, got another boxing news topic, reaction for you. And the topic of the day is Floyd Mayweather to yordenis UGAS. I'm proud of you. Mayweather clowns PACQUIAO for losing belt. Blue Blood Sports TV. Alright, y'all, man. This ain't no diss track. You know, I don't hate on nobody on YouTube, man. I might not indulge in some people's content, but, you know, I watch a lot of stuff, read a lot of articles. So I was watching a video surrounding the state of Manny Pacquiao at the moment. And I just wanted to clear up what I felt like were a few discrepancies in the video. Did a great commentary from Blue Blood, but I felt like there were a few discrepancies I want to clear up that Blue Blood made. And I want to start off with, he said Ryan Garcia pulled out of the fight. I'm going to let him stake his claim, and then I'm going to come back and give my 2 cents on what Blue Blood had to say.
Seemed to be on the verge of facing off against undefeated rising lightweight Mexican superstar title contender King Ryan Garcia, but now Ryan Garcia has pulled out of the fight.
Alright, so y'all heard it for yourself, okay? He said Ryan Garcia pulled out of the fight, and I don't feel like Ryan Garcia pulled out of the fight. I feel like Garcia actually jumped the gun on the negotiations of this fight, and I think Team Pacquiao might have silenced him by saying they're stopping the negotiations, because some people from Team Garcia are saying that the fight's still on. Some people from Paradigm are saying that the fight is off. Some people from Team Pacquiao said they're still negotiating. So I don't feel like Garcia pulled out of the fight. I feel like Ryan Garcia actually jumped the gun of the fight. All right, so that's the first thing that I want to touch on. So let's get a little deeper into the video and a few more of the topics that's been going through over the past few weeks, basically. He said he lost 2 fights and a belt at the same time. So let's check that out for a second.
But the WBA stripped Manny Pacquiao for inactivity. So Manny Pacquiao lost the Conor McGregor fight, he lost the Ryan Garcia fight, and he lost his title. So Floyd Mayweather took the opportunity, obviously, to poke at Manny Pacquiao, but he congratulated and celebrated with yordenis UGAS.
All right, y'all. So, you know, I don't feel like Manny Pacquiao lost 2 fights and the belt in the same week. I feel like both of those fights, the Conor McGregor fight and the Ryan Garcia fight, were basically hype fights. You know, he threw those out there basically trying to see how hyped up the fans would be about both of those particular fights. And I feel like they were actually more hyped up about the Conor McGregor fight for some reason than the Ryan Garcia fight, being that Ryan Garcia is an actual professional boxer. So I don't feel like he lost the 2 fights and a belt at the same time. Conor McGregor was knocked out. Ryan Garcia jumped the gun. He was stripped of the title, but we'll get into that in a second. All right, now he said the next best thing for basically Spence and you guys would be for them to collide. So let's take a listen to what he had to say.
And told yordenis UGAS how proud he was of him for his accomplishments and to be great in his unification showdown with undefeated unified WBC IBF welterweight world champion superstar boxer Earl the True Spence Jr. Obviously, that seems that's the direction that both gentlemen are going to go in. They agreed in principle via social media. Errol Spence stated to yordenis UGAS, all you had to do was get something that I want.
All right, so y'all heard it for yourselves. Okay, so, you know, The ball is in Yordenis UGAS' court at the moment. I'm not going to deny that. And he does have the opportunity to fight Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. I think the Crawford fight will probably bring him more money simply because Terrence Crawford is itching for an opponent right now. Top Rank has nobody for him to match up with, basically. And all the great welterweights are at PBC Boxing. And now he's a champion, so why wouldn't Terrence Crawford want to indulge himself in that fight? And I think Bob Earl, being the greedy businessman he is, would want to get his hands on that other belt. So I think he would be willing to throw a little more money than PBC would at Yordenis UGAS, simply because I think he feels like that's an easier road for Terrence Crawford. So I feel like, yeah, he's kind of right about that. I think he stands to gain a lot if he faces off with Spence. But I feel like Pacquiao is still on PBC, so there's still an opportunity for Pacquiao to fight him as well as Earl Spence. And I think he gains more from fighting Pacquiao because of Pacquiao's fame, because of Pacquiao bringing the Philippines with him, and because of Pacquiao's legacy. So let's move on to the next topic. So he said Manny Pacquiao has no plan B. Let's get into that for a second.
With no plan B, Manny Pacquiao was making these plans to have these fights, and it seemed like Manny Pacquiao was looking to cash out. Right?
All right, so he's saying Manny Pacquiao basically has been going about this last year of his boxing career without a plan A, B, or C. That he's just kind of been fumbling through his maybe final year of boxing. And I don't think that's true. I think because he's making so many moves, he moved from Bob Earl to PBC, then he made a move from one promotional company to another promotional company. Now, that doesn't mean he's not still boxing under the PBC banner. I just think he signed a promotional deal with Pacquiao Promotions through Paradigm, and I think with all this going on, having new people managing your career, maybe some of his team didn't announce what they should have at the right time, but I don't think Manny Pacquiao is going through all this without a plan A, B, and C. And I think really soon here we're going to hear that plan start to unfold. I think really, really soon here. So let's touch on the last thing he said, which I think is the most outrageous thing he said. Like I said, no hate, but he said that the WBA didn't inform Manny Pacquiao. Let's check that out for a second.
The WBA informed Manny Pacquiao that if he did come back, he was going to have to defend it against somebody in the top 10 of their ranking system. And then Manny Pacquiao chose to go against the grain and the WBA, and the WBA informed him that if he didn't, they were going to strip him of the belt.
All right, so you heard it from him. He said that the WBA informed Manny Pacquiao that he was going to be stripped if he didn't defend his title. And I would say that is completely false, because all the sanctioning bodies now are upset with the WBA for what they've just pulled with Manny Pacquiao. And not only that, you got news publications saying they don't want to sanction the WBA anymore, like World Boxing News. And I want to read a little bit of their article that came out. Manny Pacquiao wasn't informed of a UGAS fight. WBN has since declassified the World Boxing Association as a sanctioning body. That's until they correct some controversial practices in their ranking and titling system, as the WBA did not inform Manny Pacquiao that he was in danger of losing his strap if the fight didn't go ahead. This adds further weight to the move. Shane Gibson, head of Manny Pacquiao Promotions, confirmed the news over the weekend. So what he's saying is completely wrong. They never informed him he was in danger of losing his title if he didn't announce a fight, which I've never heard of myself anyway. I never heard of a fighter losing his title because he didn't announce a fight. Now they said in here that they have rules regarding what's to take place in a situation similar to what's going on in the world right now. They're saying that you either have to defend your title or you have to appeal to the sanctioning body, the WBA, to I guess give you a waiver for your time that you have been inactive. So I guess he never gave that waiver, but how can you strip a person if you never at least give them a warning? You just completely strip him and do it abruptly. Which makes me feel like there's something else going on behind the scenes. There's a reason for all of this. But I think Pacquiao could take advantage of this. I'm going to be dropping a lot more videos surrounding this topic, man. Please stay tuned. Hit that like button for me. Please subscribe. Like I said, no hate to Blue Blood Sports, man. I just wanted to break down some of the, I think, controversial things that he might have said. If you want to be a part of the Ollie Boxing Talk community, the Red Room Sports community, the Louisville Cardinal Daily community, or the Ghetto Angler Fishing only on the weekends community, man, hit me up in the comment section, man. Tell your family, friends, dog, cat, auntie, uncle, lizard, everybody you know about Ollie Land Boxing Talk, Cardinal Red Room Sports. It's your boy, and we are out of here.
You an American, right? You an American, right? Where was Manny Pacquiao?
Louisville, home of the best scrapper, also home of the best rapper.